viewers. We just talked about this, Timmy, didn't we?
Yeah.
That you could actually class this as the MJP car boot sale. It's not actually a sale, is it? We're not selling it. Well, we do sell all this, of course we do. But this is all the ingredients of the cake, yeah?
Yeah.
For one of our customers, Robert, who's bringing his Mark 3 Focus RS back down to us for big build, big mods, and we'll just want to the easiest thing to do was, because we struggle for space, you know, you can't put it on the floor, the bench is not that big. So we thought we'd use the platform of the MT lift, put some Regal boxes down, which is great, we're Regal dealers, aren't we? So let's get that one in. And then we can spread it all out on both platforms. Took a little while for Timmy to unpack it all, now we've got to pack it all back up again. But this is the sort of thing we do. It's for Robert's benefit and viewers as well, so we'll put some pictures up. But anyway, let's start at the beginning, obviously.
Yep.
Fundamentals of the motor. So basically what we're doing on this, so Robert runs the 455, our software anyway, but he's got stock internals, he's got the 2.3 block, we've done a deck brace on it, it's ARP studied and all that sort of stuff. So if you go back and follow the build on Robert's 455M build, you'll see what we've done on it. Now we're stepping up to another level. So let's start with the internal. So here you see that. So we've got your bearings, okay? Big ends, mains, king, dado, which is around there. Look. This is all supplied by Adrian and Paul at My Motorsport. You know, they deal a lot with them, and that's where we get our internals from. That side of it, all right, you've seen these before. All right, so this is the pretty awesome Arrow Precision Conrod. Superb. I mean, the quality of it is like second to none. I mean, anybody will tell you that, an Arrow Precision rod. We pay for it, mine. They're expensive. But same story, you get what you pay for. Anybody who knows me, that's what I do. I'm a little bit different than everybody else. People make their own choices with what they fit into an engine, whatever make they want, that's fine. I go my own route, and that means, where possible, Arrow Precision rod, because I feel it's pretty much the best, one of the best rods, if not the best rod you can get out there, all made in the UK. As it says, Arrow Precision, it is precision engineering, and that's what it is. You know, if you read it on there, it's right there, look, see that? And Arrow Precision, as I've said before, you know, the competition side of it, and some of the competition cars in, you know, I don't know for sure, but I would imagine that on the high end, they do cater for high end stuff, whether that be WRC or other forms, but superb quality. Next thing is we've gone for a set of JE pistons in this. Now, I'm a big fan of Mala. Now, the problem with Mala is there's been a real mega shortage of material for them to get their hands on to actually create the piston. It's been a big problem globally for a shortage of raw materials, and the time that we, you know, wanted to get all this together, we weren't sure about the Mala, how long it was going to be, weeks, another month, another 2 months. Even Mar Motorsport didn't know, so I think they're still waiting for them now. So we made the decision to grab a set of JE pistons. So we fitted JE before in the Vauxhall aspirated. JE, superb, all made in the US, as far as I'm aware. I've done my own work on that. So I fitted JE pistons before, but not in a Mark 3 Focus RS, but it's a quality piston, as you can see. Nothing wrong with that. It's for people who know JE, but it's one of them, another one of them discussions that people might have. You know, they prefer to fit another brand or whatever it might be, but first and foremost for me, it's Mala Motorsport. JE's, I'm quite happy to fit them and make that to an Arrow Precision rod. Got no problem with that. And then the bearings are all like King and Dado bearings, no problem. See the piston rings there. That's that side of it. Then we move on to, so we're still on the internals. When we done fills, which is behind me, which you can see. Might have a little peek over the top right up there. You can see what's going on with the engine bay there, look. See? So when we done fills, So this is an Arrow precision crank. So basically what they do is, so Phil's got the balance shaft delete, get rid of that big, that big FD balance shaft, which is just for refinement. Like I said, it's just, for emissions and refinement, and makes it all smooth. That's gone on Phil's, to delete that, but he's still got the pickup gear on it, which is quite a big gear. That weighs a bit anyway. So what Arrow Precision do is they take a brand new Ford crank, because it's steel anyway, and then they modify it and they lighten it and they get rid of they delete that gear pickup, which you don't need, and this is what you end up with. So we haven't yet to weigh it yet. We will, but it's not too bad. So we're gonna, as soon as we get a chance, and we'll get Roberts down here, we'll weigh his against the Arrow Precision one. So this is the fast road, so it doesn't have a keyway. It still uses a compression, so a compression bit on the end of the crank wheel, and then just grabs it that way, doesn't it? So they do two types. They do this one, which is the fast road, and then they do a faux motorsport crank, which is even lighter and quite a bit different, and it's keyway and everything. So, but for this application, fast road. So we got the Arrow Precision cranks, which are been designed to run and mated with their comrades, obviously. They don't do pistons, so we just pick a piston which we think is going to do the job. Moving along, Robert, he already has from the last build the ARP head stud kit, so that's fine. We've already got that, we can reuse that. This is the main stud kit to go with it, because that's all he was. Listen, really, obviously they come with the ARP rod box anyway. I think it's ARP 2000, isn't it? Yeah, so they come with ARP 2000 and a rod box anyway. So that's that side of it sorted out. We'll do all the balance shaft delete. He's got a mount tune baffled sump to go in it as well. He's already got an oil cooler, which we did that last time. He's already got the satin silver paralloy intercooler. So we've already got that. We move along, radium PCV catch can, oil catch can, which will fit. He wanted to go for this one, as opposed to like Phil's got the Mishimoto one, which sits down underneath, and you can just see peeking down there at the end of the Mishimoto bracket. So the actual, his is down here. So you've got a drain cap underneath, whereas like Robert would like the look of the radium, however you want to pronounce it, and that's what we're going to go for, which sits at the top, and then you've got the drain on it, the petcock, right? So that's that sorted. All right, then we move along again. This is our bespoke Mark III Focus RS coolant hoses and ancillary. Quite a few ancillaries on it. All the stainless steel marine clip kits, but yeah, this one's got our. So whereas Phil's he's got this kit, but he's got the MJP logo in white. The black wasn't available at the time we done Phil's, but now it is. So Robert's having it in black, just to be a bit different. He doesn't want to copy, does he? Although we could, he can have what he wants. We move on to methanol. So we've done the fundamentals of the mechanical side of it to a certain degree. We've got one main thing here, Timmy, haven't we?
What's that?
Well, what's that being fitted into?
The block.
And what's the block?
Upstairs.
And what is it?
Heavy.
Yeah. What type?
2 litre close deck.
He finally got around to it, didn't he? All this messing around that he's doing, didn't he? But he finally got around to telling you that it's a 2 litre 2.0. So the 2.3 weak block, which is fitted standard on the Mark III Focus RS, we're going to get rid of that. So he's going to effectively have the same build as what Phil's got, which is great to have his car sat behind for this video that we're doing. 2 litre block. So that gets machined, and then we work a little bit of magic on that. It goes out to our machinist Pete Willis. But yeah, so it's a bit like that build. The main difference is Phil hasn't got an Arrow Precision crank. Phil's got mallet pistons. That's the only real difference really. All the rest of it would be the same. In bolt-ons, things like the catch can and all that sort of stuff. So that's that sorted. Then we move on to the methanol. So at the moment, Robert's got a 2.25 gallon tank, which you would have seen what Phil runs in his. The tank that we used, the baffled one, race tank. This is a 3 gallon one. And the good thing about this is it's already got the pickup built in, but it's got the, if you look underneath it, look, yeah, it's got the actually designed and molded so the pump sits underneath. All right, pump sits underneath, bolted up there. Look, there's your 4 fixings, yeah, and it's sort of like hidden, so it's much more neater looking and pretty cool. Bruce from Devozone runs this in his M2, so Robert's like the look of that. We've got Robert's bought a float sensor, like a marine type float sensor, to go in so that he's got a gauge to read, because you cannot get a gauge, a proper gauge, like a fuel gauge that will, you know, gauge the amount of methanol that you've got in it. You just have like an LED coming off a low level. So we're doing that on this one. So he won't need to have well, we can actually, we'll put the low level in it as well, but he'll have this gauge, which just tells him how much is in it, isn't it? Because obviously the gauge has not got a low level built into it, so it'll have both. All right, so that's, do you want me to go this way, Timmy? This way?
It's up to you.
Right, so if I wander around this way, yeah, past all the goodies, yeah, wander around, right, we'll go past this, down to here, yeah?
Yeah.
Still stay on the engine side of it, and then we'll get to the suspension. So on the engine side of it, so what Robert's decided to do is, originally we talked about the intake. So he's got the standard closed box at the moment, with a, what's he got on there? With a crossover pipe mount tube.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So we're going to get rid of all that, and he wanted all the noise and drama. Right, so Phil's got AirTech. He's got an AirTech open cone, but the stage 2. They brought out a stage 3 now, which basically just ups the size of the bore, the crossover pipe. You've got the deflector plate there, and then some hoses, and then you've got the nitrous blue engine cover to go on it. Now, Robert's, from what you've seen from some of the videos, previous videos, or check him out, we'll put a link on his Instagram post, and you'll be able to see, for those who've not seen his car, check it out, you see what his car looks like. I'll go on to our Instagram or previous videos on our YouTube channel. And then you'll be able to see. So this stage 3 come out, stage 3 plus, I think it's called, something like that. So he decided that he wanted that, all the noise and drama. So that's what we're fitting. All right. The Revo do one, obviously, of course they do. First and foremost, with the Revo side of it, with the carbon intake, I've got that on my Mark 3 Focus RS, but that goes to a closed air box. But he wanted all the noise and drama. So this is what we've come up with. It comes with a, with a cone filter, similar to what Phil's got. So that's that side of it, all right? Then we move along. Pro alloy. So still staying on we talked about on the pro alloy side of it. He's already got the intercooler in satin silver. Still, when they've gone to the radiator in satin silver, superb piece of engineering. I've got one on mine. Phil's got one on his. It's a must as far as I'm concerned. Because like I said before, it's all right putting more power through and this, that, and the other. When you're doing stuff, my advice is to forget about the bolt-on stuff that really doesn't matter, even if it's like, your fancy hoses and, your noisy filter and all that sort of stuff. It's more important to address the cooling of your fluids, which is radiator. So that's going to be far more effective and far superior to the standard plastic end capped, end tanked radiator. It's thinner. It's a production intercooler in it, which is or a radiator, which is done for mass produced. It's not, they don't make it anything from stock. Ford's not going to make it so that with that in mind, it's just there's not going to be that much difference to a normal Focus radiator, is it? Apart from dimensions, I suppose. But this is a lot better, a lot thicker. All alley, all hand fabricated, superb. Now, obviously, for those of you with Pro Alloy, look, Pro Alloy supply a lot of all the cooling applications and solutions for race teams. BTCC, they're big in that, and lots of other things that they do. You just check them out, check their Instagram, check their their website out, and you'll see exactly what Pro Alloy do. We've been up there many times. And then we move on to the header tank. So as you can see, he's having the satin silver one, just to match. Phil's got a black one. Robert just wanted to go something different, which is great. That's what it's all about, isn't it? We like that because it's all like custom to what he wants, isn't it, to me?
Yeah.
Then we move on to suspension. So it's good actually, because if you spin the camera around, like,
I was about to say, Phil's got,
right? So
yeah,
which is the same on our car. So our Mark 3 Focus RS, which is his demo development car. We put all this on our car first, then Phil went on his, and then it's progressed from there. So Robert wanted the best. I said, well, stick with the DDC plug and play. As you can see, that comes with the, because he wanted to retain all the drive modes. So at the moment he's got mount tuned springs off, I think it's mount tuned springs if I remember, standard shocks. When he puts this kit on, it just transformed the car. It will just completely transform it. Right, so as you can see, it's the same as what what Phil's got on his, I've got on mine, and yeah, expensive bit of kit, but well worth it, because you'll feel the benefit from it. One other thing which is not here at the moment, which has not been done because it has to be custom made, but we'll give you an idea. So if you spin the camera around again to me, on Phil's brakes, I'll go in there. So on Phil's brakes up, front and rear. So basically so Robert's got, so there's quite a few changes on his car since the last time it was down with us. So, and then mainly on the brakes, it's on the wheels, sorry. So he's gone from the stock wheels, he did have another set of wheels, so he's got rid of them. And he's put on, he's running standard brakes just with uprated, I think mount tuned discs and mount tuned uprated pads. As I said to you, they don't make anything, it's just they put their branding on it and then just resell it. So Robert's decided to go for, he's took the plunge and he's having the same big brake kit all round as what I've got on mine and what Phil's got on his, as you can see. So it'll be the same as that. The only difference is going to be, this is what becomes custom, it's a bit different because we use the original studs. This is there's a slight spacer built onto that, but the difference with Robert's is he's got an arch kit on it, so it needs to be brought out. So you can't do any more with that because you won't have enough stud applicated. You won't be enough studs sticking out to be safe with it to me.
No.
So like our 395 kit, that has a spacer bell built in with the studs attached to it, so it's all in one unit. So basically, like a 15mm spacer built onto that, be like a hub-centric spacer, but a bell as well, which you've seen before, which is on Monty's behind you there. So we'll show you that. We'll show you that in a second, and you see what I mean. So it'll be a 400mm disc, same as that, but it'll be the bell will be different because that has a built-on spacer with the studs built onto the bell. So you just bolt the wheel straight onto it, and it will give him that, because he runs a 15mm spacer at the moment. And with the rear wheel, it sits perfect. We'll recreate that so it will sit, it's the same as it does at the moment, but with the big brake kit front and rear. He's going to go for orange. He wants orange calipers, the same as what we run on our car, with the logo in black. So it's going to look fantastic. Again, he hasn't got any orange in the car, but he wants to put orange calipers on just to be a little bit different. Great, we're all up for that. But the spacer bell, I'd like to show you what I mean. So on Monty's up.
Can't see very well from here.
The camera's not that good, is it? Huh?
I'll have to
Tricky, yeah?
climb over.
So what he's doing at the moment is he's trying to straddle the cross member on the ramp. He's done it, managed to do it. So through wheel up, so it'd be a bit like this. That's the 380mm disc, so it'd be like that. So that's a hub-centric spacer bell with the studs built on. So that bolts onto the original studs, which you can't see because they're hidden. And then the wheel bolts onto the belt, bolt the wheel up, done. That's it. So it's all nice and clean looking and strong. You haven't got you're not looking down at the spacer bolted onto it, like an H&R hub-centric spacer, which is fine if that's what you got to do. But that is a bit different, isn't it? So that's what Robert's going to have. We're going to put some, like he's got M's put on there. We can do the custom etching on it as well. So we got to talk about that yet. With Robert, we might just put some custom MJP all the way around with little hexagons, just to change it a little bit. But yeah, as you can see, look, so that's all that laid out on the ramp there, viewers. Phil's car's in the background, which is a superb backdrop. There's loads we're doing on Phil's. That's completely different to what we're doing on Robert. So Robert's going to a level. We'll just talk about Phil's quickly. So so the level that Robert's going to is my car basically. So once we do that, he'll then run the 505 horsepower Methanol maps on it. because he's got the 455 at the moment, and he wants to up it to the. Although he's like well pleased with that, and he's like, it just amazes him every time he jumps in it and drives it. But he wants, because there is another level. But I said to him, look, you need to carry out some strengthening first before you, because you're going to be doing it if you want to run that all the time. It's all right me running around in it in my car, which is stock internals, because you know if it's testing anything happens to it. It hasn't yet, nothing's happened to Roberts, so it seems to be absolutely bang on, but I can fix it, it's not a problem, is it? I wouldn't do it to the customers though. But once he has that all done, no problem, you can run 505 horsepower lap all day, every day, and just, you know, just kick his head in all the time, can he? No problem, he's got all the cooling to go with it, everything, sorted. There is one other thing which is coming on Robert's car, which we won't reveal yet. It's to do with the engine side of it. Once we get it, the part, we'll do a vid and show you it. I think you'll be well impressed with that. Again, custom done to the creations and the thinking outside of the box what we're doing. This complements that well. All right. So, but yeah, just a quick talk. Might as just quickly talk about Phil's Timmy in it whilst we're here, and it's in the background there. So Phil's is going to be a level up from what mine is or what we're doing on Roberts, quite a bit, because we don't know what the figures and stats is going to be on that car yet. It's the unknown, because we got an idea, but who knows, isn't it? I didn't know what we were going to do on the Little Beast or whatever until or Timmy's Fiesta, until we got involved with it. But that's completely different. So that's going to run a faux Cybex ECU. When you had the little reveal under the bonnet where you can just see. So that's got our big turbo conversion on it. We were hoping to utilise the stock ECU, and that wasn't possible. Tommy at Velocity Tuning wasn't happy doing it. He couldn't get the control of it that he wanted. So we said, right, it's got to be 100% this. So let's go for Cybex ECU. Yeah, big turbo, all completely custom, done by Junior at Proform. It'll run auxiliary injectors in it as well. Fully E85 methanol. And yeah, because it's already built, the motor's already been built to withstand that anyway. You know, it's already got the internals similar to what Roberts had fitted. All the same apart from the crank and the pistons in it. But yeah, so that we're yet to see, that's getting close to be, for me to take that up to Race Cal in London, Remain and Rob up there, and then they can do the calibrations on it and set it all up, create all the software. But that's going to be, yeah, pretty mind-blowing, I think. We got an idea of what it's going to produce. Well, we have got an idea what it's going to produce because we know what the turbo capability is. So we'll reveal more, you know, when we get that far with it. But yeah, but for now, that's all we wanted to discuss with what we're doing on Roberts, and yeah, more updates to come soon. So usual thing, guys and girls, you know, hit that bell notification button, you know, subscribe. Remember that. The little box will come up, and then just click all, and that'll alert you of any notification. You know, it will alert you when we're uploading a new video, so you get the notifications without having to search for it. Comments down below, usual, you know, whether it be that or that, that's fine. You know, that's we you know, we'd like to, you know, try and respond to it if we can, you know, if it's possible. But yeah, so thanks ever so much for watching, and hope that's been a bit of a, you know, education, I suppose, if you want to put it that way, or just information on what we're up to with Roberts, a little bit of info on Phil's. You've seen Monty's, which is, yeah, people tend to like what we're doing, and the info I don't, you know, I'll just tell it how it is. I don't, you know, start making up things and, you know, all this sort of stuff. I just tell it how it is, and that's what people tend to like. So yeah, but again, anything to do with Mark III Focus RS, whether it be just real software or just some simple bolt-ons, or what we're doing with Roberts and with the methanol and any of these upgrades, or fails with the big turbo, because once that's done, that'll be available. I'll do that as a package with the Mark III Focus RS big turbo conversion once I've perfected it and we've got it all installed and running with the Cybex, and then tune done, and I'll offer that then. And the same with the Fiestas, with the ST180s, loads of different levels that you can go to. But yeah, give us a call, better on the phone or through other social media things, and then we can go from there. But yeah, for now we'll that's a wrap, yeah.
Yep.
What here?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it?
Bubble wrap.
We better get all this boxed up again there, Timmy, and get it back up into the reception, haven't we?
Yep.
Ready for take delivery of Robert's cracking Mark 3 Focus RS and get on with it, yeah?
Yep.
Absolutely. Ciao for now.